Well, hello there, everybody. I'm checking really quick to make sure my sound is up because I think I'm using my camera at odd times now. So, I popped up over here on the side, and I think I clicked it. Shoot, it's still not going. You know, it's so hard for me to get Facebook to cooperate, and it's so funny because this morning, I'm a few minutes late because hi Virginia. I'm a few minutes late because when I went to get on this page, the Facebook informed me that I have broken community standards and I was blocked from the page. And I thought, what? There's no way. No. So I hit the button that says appeal or whatever. I don't even know what it said. And then all it did was send me a text message. I had to put in that I'm not a robot text message to make sure that it was really me. So I got it on my phone and I put it in, and then they let me write in and said, you have not broken community standards. I don't know. Facebook, you are so weird. So ladies, if I ever just disappear off the face of the earth Facebook-wise, keep looking for Kathy Crow's cards. I'll be on there somewhere. I'll just open up a new page. They're so nutty. So anyhow, if that happens, who knows? In the days of coronavirus, anything could possibly be deemed as socially incorrect. So I'm still trying to get my page on here on my computer so that I can see your comments. And I can see in a teeny tiny window that I'm on, but I can't get it going. So please bear with me while I do the drawing. I can do that while I'm waiting for everybody. So what I'm doing for my drawing is, and remember, stay tuned. I am actually going to do cards, and I also, after this, I'm going to start a little quick, just a 5-minute video just to do some re-inking, because somebody asked me again about re-inking, and the first time I did my re-inking thing, I didn't know enough, so now I know a little bit more. All right, so when you share my video, doesn't matter whether you are a stamper or not, you are sharing it to people who might actually like to join our team and be part of our little stamping club. It's fun. And it really helps my business. So thank you so much for doing that. And for sharing, I'm going to put you in my little pot. In the next week, I will draw it like I'm going to here in just a minute. And then if you win, you get a $5 gift certificate at Stampin' Up! Via me in my store. And there are instructions on how to redeem that. So we're going to see who won last week's drawing. Last week I did that Daisy Lane stamp set. That was so cute. I loved doing that. And today I am actually going to do Slice of Happiness and Garden Goodness. We're going to do a couple of them. I'm actually going to do several cards just to show you how quick you can do. I love those distinctive stamps. They're really pretty. And so the drawing, going on to the drawing. So let's see who won for sharing last week's video. Again, you have to share it and mark shared, or I won't know you shared, because unless you're my so-called friend, I cannot. You're my friend, believe me. I'm easily, I can be a friend too. All right, so let's see. Oops, these are I threw in last week's because that lady did not even show. She did not even watch my video. So these are last week's names. What did I do with this week's names? Oh, there they are. All right. Sorry, I had them all in a big pile on my desk. These are last week's names that I never actually even threw out. So glad I picked somebody that never never watches, because if it hadn't been, now I'm checking to make sure these are the correct names here. And I think they are. Yes, okay, so now we're safe. Make sure I got all those old ones out. Okay, here we go. Now we're on to the next. This is actually the people who drew or shared my video last week. Okay, I'm sorry. Today I'm so scatterbrained, but all right. Oh, Karen. Congratulations, Karen. I'm so glad you won, because you don't usually watch with me, so I appreciate that. And I'm going to put you up here in my little spot that I put the name who won. And this time I'm gonna make sure I throw all of those other names out. Put those in there so that doesn't happen to me again. All right, so I am going to put the camera down. We're gonna get started. I am gonna have to take just a minute to try to get it on the computer over here because it's totally frozen up. And Jeff said, my husband is a teacher and he is working at home right now. So he is using a lot of our bandwidth and to do that. And he said it was moving real slow this morning. So I'm hoping that we are functional. We'll find out if we are. And while I am trying to get the computer to work, here's my host code. If you spend $50 worth of anything in the Stampin' Up! Store with me, then I will I'll give you this is sharing my card. No. Shop a minimum of $50 with this host card or code, and then I will send you a free gift. All right, so I do want to see my video, but I do not want to hear me talking. And we're good. I'm good. Got it. All right, and now I can see too that my camera needs to adjust just a bit so you can see my whole workspace, because otherwise I am gonna be all right. And we'll hope my light is working properly. All right, so today what we are doing is a whole bunch of cards. What I've done already is I have put together the DSP. I wanted to show you how many quick cards you can make when you use some attractive DSP. Now this is the Sia Silhouette DSP, and trying to keep all of the little objects together. I'm using today primarily retired. This is actually a retired gingham that was from our I think it was last year's card card catalog had this. The DSP was a gingham, and so I am using that because I've got to get rid of it. We are at the last. But what I've done is I've gone ahead and just, Jeff, I don't know what you're listening to in there, but it's hilarious. I told him, put your radio on so that I know you're not listening to me, because I'm really self-conscious when I know you're listening. And he did put it on, but I don't know, he's got something really wild on in there right now. So anyhow, if you hear weird things, it's not my musical taste, and that wasn't his either. So I'm sure he'll change it in a minute. He's working. This is an old one, but I had used up all of my DSP that I had out and ready to use. I used up all the Poppy Parade pieces. So all I had left from my old Brights collection was, Melon Mambo and Lovely Lipstick and Real Red and such. And I needed one more piece of Poppy Parade, so I pulled out another old one. This is like from way off, but like 2 years ago. But that is that one. And then when I was doing it, I was thinking, well, you know what? I really like the Poppy Parade with these peppers, and this is the card we're going to start with first. But I'm not so fond of that yellow. I mean, that polka dot. That was not my favorite one, and that's why it was left over. So if you want to vote, I think I'll wait to use this card, and we'll decide if we want to use yellow instead of my Poppy Parade, because this does not look Christmassy, but that was the thing I was thinking, that might actually look Christmassy. So I'm going to set that one aside. We're going to do that one. But the first one we're going to do instead is the little Peapod one. Isn't he cute? Now that one is a stamp. That is from the stamp set Garden Goodness and not Slice of Happiness. But we are going to, oops, I'm using that as a sentiment. We'll just put that on the side over here. We are going to use the Slice of Happiness, but just not for the first card. Okay. All right. So I took my DSP and I already cut all of them and already adhered them to my card so that we could do a whole bunch today. So I'm just trying to gingerly put my things to the side so that we can get going quickly. I want you to see how quick you can do this. So all I did is I just very quickly cut my DSP down just a little smaller than my card. All of the cards are 5.5 by 4 1/4. Well, 8.5, and then scored at 4 1/4 and folded. Some of them I've done this way, and most of them are this way though. And then I've just already glued that on, and this is going to just get glued on also right on the bottom of this. I really like I like the gingham. It's my favorite, but I'm using so much gingham today that I think I'll go ahead and just use, oops, I was going to use that side and then I put glue on it. All right, Kathy, get a grip. All right, calm down. Having Facebook tell me when I first went on that I violated community standards really got to me. That just sort of threw me for a loop. So it's going to take me a minute to recover from that. All right, now we're going to stamp. So this Garden Goodness is so cute. Now these are photopolymer, so these are not quite what they call the distinctive. You'll see that. It's distinctive. I actually wrote it on Slice of Happiness because this is one of those stamp sets. So they've got the word ink in there. So it's not like the word distinctive. But it is, I think it's a clever wordplay because it does make it a distinctive stamp. And they started doing this years and years ago before they copyrighted their trademark word distinctive. They were doing that, but the quality of those stamps were sometimes iffy. Sometimes they were good, sometimes not quite as good. And so I tended not to buy many of that kind of stamp. But I have to say, this new line of distinctive stamps, I am becoming to love more and more. And so they can do the same kind of thing with their photopolymer, but I don't think that they have pretty high standards, and so I don't think they're able to do it quite to their standards. So we will get our little pea pot. So they don't call their photopolymer ones distinctive, and at least not to my knowledge they don't. I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. This is one of those colors that's retiring, ladies, and you definitely, if you don't have it, this is like a super basic color, and I'm kind of sorry to see, well, no, this one's not going away. It's Call Me Clover that's going away. Whew, good. Granny Apple Green's going to be here. So my Granny Apple Green is getting a tiny bit uninked. I need to buy another inker and ink it up. And that's what I'm going to do at the end here. I'm going to start up another little video really quick. And I'm going to show you how to ink up your pads in case you're interested. Now, isn't that so cute? So there's all that little detailing in there, and I love that. It's really sweet. And let me grab out my little Simply Chamois here and get that cleaned up. Okay, and then we're going to do that little banner. It comes with your stamp set. There's this cute little banner in here. And again, this is Garden Goodness. I love these for this time of year because pretty soon our little snow peas are going to be going, and you know, pretty soon we're going to just see all kinds of really nice things coming out of our garden. So this is a great stamp set to have on hand for me to just be able to stamp a whole bunch of cards really quick that are not necessarily feminine ones. They could go to a guy, they could go to a kid, they could go to anybody. So the Wishing You, I think we want that in our Poppy Parade, which I think that's my color. I was going for Poppy Parade there. So Wishing You we'll just put that right there in that little banner. So it pops out. And then we're gonna just do a little perfect day tag on the side. So this little tiny tag, isn't it cute? I love that little tag. Let me close up my ink, because that is getting worn out. We've got, let me see if I can find it. We've got a new die set coming out. It's coming out with the, what's it called? It's, Tasteful Touches. It's a Tasteful Touches stamp set. These are the dies that come with it. I love them, and these are the ones I'm using today. It has this double little stitched edge, so it not only does it cut out a nice little stitched flag, your edge around it will be stitched too, so you could have another little tag like with a frame on that. It would be super cute. So we're gonna do a perfect day on that. Now that's in this set. Let's find it. There it is. Little tiny stamp. Let's use my little tiny block. Perfect day. Today is a rainy day, not necessarily a perfect day for me today. I don't know what's going on here. Let me look here really quick. I don't know. My Facebook thing's kind of doing something strange here. Okay. All right. Perfect day. I had a friend last week on my video. I talked about the word Karen and how somebody, I don't know who, a Babylon Bee type person, I suspect, has adopted the name Karen to mean a tattletale. And I am so sorry, Karen. All my friends, Karen, I am so sorry, because it is sad. I'm sure it's from some TV show or something that they did that. I wouldn't know, because I never watch TV like that. That kind of TV we don't watch. We did find a show. Somebody told us about it, and we're always skeptical, because we have actually very high moral standards, and that's something that a lot of TV shows aren't kind to. So, you know, I'm not saying we're anything special for that. I'm just saying that's the way it is. So generally, if somebody tells me they like something, this is Pear Pizzazz, in case you're curious. I just like, oh, okay, well, we might try it. We might not, but we might. But we'll try it with the remote quick, so we can, you know, quick handy, so we can just snap it off. But they told us about this show it's on Hulu, called Abandoned. And as soon as I heard Jeff say the word abandoned, I was thinking, oh, I hope we like it, because that's one that sounds like a real winner. It's just the kind of thing I would love. So we only watched one episode. I can't speak to how good it will be in the future. We only watched one episode, but it was wonderful. We loved it, because we like old abandoned buildings. There's some Facebook groups you can be part of that show you abandoned places, and you know, it is a really cool thing. So I saw somebody use their pick tool to do this. And I thought, you are brilliant, whoever you are. It was their pick tool they were using, and I can't find my pick tool, but I saw my compass here, real handy. My pick tool is very close by. I need to get it, because I think it might work better than my compass. Okay, pick tool, where are you? There you are. Okay, so the pick tool is a great tool. It has all kinds of stuff. I use it for the putty thing, but it has its own little storage stuff in it, but I never use this. There we go. So I use this part. That's a little scalpel that can get my beads off, but it does actually have this little pokey end, and look at that. That's taking that right off. So I don't know what demonstrator I was watching used that, but thank you. That actually does work much faster, much better. All right, isn't that cute? And we will put a perfect day on here. So if this abandoned episode went to Ohio, and it was in, and I'm doing this like this. I want a dimensional to raise it up here on the side, but I'm gluing it to that tag so that it stays nice and level. Okay, right there. And there is one card all done. Isn't that cute? Love those little peas. They are cute. And we will go on to the next card. So this card is a little cherry tomato. And I found the words, "You are the sweetest," is actually from the Slice of Happiness. And I love tomatoes. My husband's not such a big tomato fan, but I really like them. And they can be very sweet. So people who don't like them probably wouldn't think of them as sweet, but they can be. They can be. All right, so I took my Poppy Parade DSP, and on this one, it was last year's, not this gingham, but of course I am using up my gingham today. So it is still Poppy Parade, and I've glued that down. This time my card's opening like this. So this is 4 1/4 across, and 11 this way, and then 4 1/2 there. No, that's not right. It's yeah, it is. That's correct. 5 1/2 scored, 4 1/4 across, scored at 4 1/4, or 5 1/2, excuse me, and folded. Boy, I'm just getting myself more confused the more I think about that. So your little garden goodness has these cute little cherry tomatoes in them. So I'm going to do the little cherry tomatoes first, and we're going to do, I am going to stamp it 2 times. I love these cherry tomatoes. You cannot have too many when you're right out in the garden. They are yummy. And I want to make sure I'm getting it going the right direction. So I have the one down at the bottom. That's going to be my bottom. So we'll stamp that there. And we'll do another one like right there. Cute. Isn't that cute? I love those. So nice. It is almost, I actually do have one garden tomato out there. I have kind of stopped growing tomato, all other than herbs. I stopped growing food things a long time ago when our kids, now we're doing a little stem. We'll do that in Granny Apple Green. When they moved away, I couldn't eat them all. Jeff says he likes vegetables, but he actually doesn't eat them hardly at all. He does in a salad, but very, very limited. Now, the stem is actually really easy to stamp on here. Isn't that cute? It's so easy. It's the photopolymer stamps do give you really nice visual to see right through, so it's easy to place your stamps. I do appreciate that with those. Sometimes you might not get as great of an impression, but I like the fact that I can easily see what I'm doing with them. So, but this year I thought, you know what? I have so many flowers and stuff, but I think I can find room for one tomato plant, and one is all I am gonna need. So I did plant one. So we'll use You're the Sweetest out of this block, or out of that Slice of Happiness. And when I'm putting these on my blocks, I do try to make sure my words are lined up straight, because I don't always get my label on accurately. I try, but they're kind of tricky to apply to your stamps. So with these cling stamps, I try to line up the bottom of my sentiment. I try to make it straight, you know. So when I'm looking at it, I'm not looking so much at the word. I'm looking at the stamp, the bottom of the stamp, to see how level it is. And it's oftentimes a flawed thing, so I just do my best. But so when I stamp it, I'm going to try to make sure my block is level with my little thing here, and we'll see if I do it right or not. There, pretty good, huh? So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You can see in the card that I made already, that one I did not line it up quite as as well. It's just a tad crooked, but not enough for me to think that I needed to do it again. I'm not that particular. So isn't that cute? Already done with this one. We'll just put a few dimensionals on here, and that one will be done. We'll use our little pick tool. I'm not sure if it's easier to stab it and pick it off, or to use it as a pokey and pick it off. Either way is working a lot better than my nails were working before. All right, so make sure my card's opening in the right direction. I could put it this way if I wanted to. I kind of like that, but we'll just stick with this. Keeping it simple. Again, keeping it very simple, then I can send this to some very nice person that I know. Now we're gonna do this little cute avocado. Isn't he cute? I love the avocado. It's kind of funky. And if you like guacamole, you are going to like this avocado stamp. And these are retiring, so if you do like it, you need to buy it right away because it is going to be gone. What I did is I took a soft suede piece and cut it 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I took our new, now this isn't available to you yet, this is the Tasteful Textile embossing folder, and I love it. It is better than our, we used to have an old linen one, I think a long time ago, and we had a subtle one, and I loved those, but they were so subtle, you know. And then also we have a really nice, we have a nice basket weave and a herringbone. We have some other ones that are really nice, but they're a little too raised because they are actually 3D ones. This is not a 3D one. This is a very subtle, and you might not be able to see it all that well from where you are. Let me put my camera down on it. And hopefully you can see the texture, but it feels really good. So you can see it. The subtle one was so subtle that you could feel it, but you couldn't see it as easily. So anyway, I really like that one, that tasteful textures. So this is an old olive piece of DSP that I've already trimmed, and we'll just stick that on there. Okay, and then if I need to trim it, but I don't, it's gonna fit on there perfect. And that's all I'm doing with that. And because I already glued this embossed piece down. All we need to do is get out our little avocados. They're so cute. And then to do the stamp sentiment part, this says, let's get together soon and life feels empty without you. I think that fits having the little pit in there really well. I was thinking, I wanted to find one of my stamps that says, you know, we make a great pair. I have that one somewhere. Maybe it's in with a pair set or something. I'm not sure. Could not find it no matter what I did. Now I've got Granny Apple Green, which would work, but I think I know I stamped that with Granny Apple Green, but I'm gonna do a little sample of Old Olive here because my DSP over here is Granny Apple Green. This one is Old Olive because it's what I had on hand. Ooh, that is pretty olivey. I think we'll just stick with our Granny Apple Green one. I wasn't sure which one I was gonna prefer, but I think we'll stick with the Granny Apple Green. Okay? All right. Now we're gonna go in this direction, and you're gonna see how easy it is to stamp these little cute little avocados, and I want those to go off of my tag some. And then you can do your little pit with whatever color you want to, I suppose, but I went with soft suede. I kind of wanted it to be I wanted it to be somewhat dark, although it came out a little darker even than I wanted, but oh well, we're gonna just stick with the soft suede because that's the color of my you know, this background that I embossed already. So let's stick you over there. And the little pit goes right in the middle of your avocado. And if you don't get it perfect, it's going to be okay. Because like this one, you see, I got it out a little bit because I'm kind of in a rush. If I'd been trying to be more careful, I probably wouldn't have done that, but it doesn't matter anyway, because it has a tiny bit of lighter color right there around the pit. So it's good. All right, so now what stamp set did I use for my Life Feels Empty Without You is from Jar of Love. Jar of Love retired last year. It's one of my favorite stamp sets. I'm really sorry if you didn't get it. But it is not available. You would have to get it on eBay or someplace like that. And it has all these wonderful jar dies. Oh, it's a good one. It's a really good one. I still use these quite a bit. All right, to find the sentiment though. Where are you? There it is. Life feels empty without you. Get that out and stick you on there. Now, because it's a photopolymer one, I can see that pretty easily. So it's not too hard to get that on there correctly. All right, and then the little tag. Do I have that little tag? There you are. So this is from the Tasteful Touches dies, this little flag. And the Let's Get Together Soon is actually from Love You to Pieces. This is a stamp set that's retiring, and it has all the little puzzle pieces. You're gonna want this. So again, if you've missed out on it earlier, it is going. In fact, that one's pretty popular. I hope that one's not gone already, because it might already be gone. Let's Get Together Soon. Cute, cute, cute. So this will be really good for any friend that's moved away. If you have a friend of yours that's very close to you, or a relative, and they've moved away, this would be a really cute stamp set to get, and especially if they have little children, right? If you have grandkids and you were taking care of them and now they've moved away to another spot, well, you would definitely miss them, and the little puzzle pieces would be fun to send. Little puzzles of all kinds of things. You could use it with photos or anything. Lots of things you could use it with. Oops, let's not do that yet. Let's put this on first before we do that tag. The reason I really like, back to the abandoned one, that was really good because the main guy who's going around, he's a skateboarder, which at first I thought, well, I don't know, I'm not going to be so thrilled about that. But no, he didn't show you very much of his skateboarding. It was mostly abandoned places in I think it was Ohio is the one we were watching. It was fascinating, loved it. And he didn't use any bad language at all. And he on camera said, you know, that he's not a Christian. He just tries to live a good life. So I thought, wow, that is a wonderful testament to people, that you do not have to use horrible language to describe things. Those are not sentence enhancers, in other words. Okay, cute, cute, cute. On to the next one. Yes, we have an abundance, but I wanted you to see how many you could do. This one is the cute little kiwi. Isn't it sweet? So we have our DSP. I did not glue this one down because I need to put that little ribbon on it. So let's do that first. I'm gonna take my ribbon and I'm just gonna take a couple of pieces of tape here, Scotch tape, and we'll do, this ribbon is going to be gone. It's retiring. Oh my goodness, some of my favorite things are gonna be gone. I'm gonna just put this in the middle. And let me put my little pieces of tape here on the side. I'm gonna just put some tape right there. Now I can't do the other one yet, but I just wanna get this cut off so I know how far I can go. So this I will use for my bow. And let's take this and stamp it so you can see how I'm doing that. Get rid of some of my little DSP or dimensional stuff. This is from the Slice of Happiness, that little kiwi. So cute. There you are, little kiwi. So remember, these are distinctive stamps, and you're going to really appreciate this when you see me stamp it. If I can find my stamping block. Where did I put you? When I'm doing these, it's just amazing how many things can just sort of disappear on me. Oops, go like this, put the little thing on there. We're doing Granny Apple Green. Stick it right there. And I am my pad is getting a little dry. I need to ink it. That's why I'm kind of going a bunch on there. All right. Cute. Love that. Now I inked it up quite a bit, so it's a little stronger around the edges than it probably needed to be, but it's still fine. And then we will use the Your Day is Delightful in whatever background my color is. And this color, I believe, is Melon Mambo. Okay, so we'll go with Melon Mambo. Hope your day is delightful. Cute. I like that pink and green. It's pretty. All right. My uncle sends me all kinds of little Facebook pictures of you know, things that are abandoned. There's a lot of really cool buildings out there that it's sad that they are abandoned. Now this Label Me Fancy tag is in the catalog. It has a tag. It also has this little dot and this slot. So I am going to use the little slot to make this tag a ribbon slide. So I'm going to just do it there. And trying to get it on the close to where it'll be. Oops, I got it into my fruit a bit, but oh well, it's fine. And then I can slide my ribbon right through here. And now I've got a cute little ribbon slide for my picture. Isn't that cute? Very easy to do. And I'm not gonna put any, I didn't even put any dimensionals on the back of that because I wanted it to slide around until I was ready to place it actually. So I'm just gonna, wasn't really sure how high or how low. Your ribbon kind of determines that, doesn't it? All right, so I've got that on, and now we're gonna just glue it onto the card. I could put dimensionals, but I think the ribbon will, I don't think it'll be too fat. It's pretty thin ribbon. If I had really fat ribbon, I wouldn't want to do that. My tape is showing just a tiny bit there. I didn't put it on all that carefully. Can I get it off? Probably not. Without cutting my ribbon or my DSP. Oh, I'm not going to be able to. I'll just do it after I've done this because my glue's going to dry here. All right. Get you on there Like so. Okay, now you're on. Good. Let me grab my little baby wipe. I always manage to get glue on my fingers. Oh, hey, Michelle. It's nice to see you. How are you? I saw your fish. That was pretty cool. Are you guys gonna, are you big fish eaters? Are you gonna skin it and eat it? Or you probably already did. You probably already ate it. Maybe you smoke it. Our next door neighbor, he has the smoker going a lot during the winter or during the summer, but I haven't smelled any fish smoking over there. And I'm not a big fish fan. But when he has it on the smoker, oh, it smells delicious. Even I could eat fish if it's smoked. I hope you are having a good day. If you took a nap, maybe you are. Maybe you are. Today's a good day to take a nap. It is not the greatest of weather out there today, is it? It was raining just a little bit, and I was sitting out in it. Not sure if it was actually raining or if my sprinkler was getting, but no, it was raining. So I was glad I didn't get out on the bike before it started. It didn't rain very much. So even if I'd been out on the bike, it probably would have been fine. But I don't really like to be rained on. You gave your friends the fish? That's pretty funny. You're not big fish eaters, but you like to go fish. I think we never tried fishing with the kids because Jeff and I, we don't have a boat for one thing. You kind of need a boat. Okay, so this Granny Apple Green ribbon is going. It's one of my favorites. So when I looked to see if it was still available, it is, now, but it's not going to be in just a week or so. I was really sad that it's going to be gone because it's a really good one. I love the little white edge of it. Okay, so we'll just take another dimensional. We'll stick the little ribbon right on there. And our bow, and oops, let's turn it so I can still see my sentiment, and that is that one. Okay, on to the next one. So here is wishing you health and happiness. Now, I am today just getting rid of a whole bunch of old colors. So this pink is very similar to, I think it's Berry Burst or something. But it actually is, I think, rose red. It's like from years and years ago because I'm trying to get rid of some stuff. And I think I'm down to my last 3 pieces of it. And then this DSP is, again, all old retired gingham. I'm just using a whole bunch of it today. And you bank fish and catch and release. Oh, okay. It was a huge fish. I was surprised at how large it was. It looked like it would make delicious eating. All right, so this again is rose red. I took my gingham and already this is fresh fig gingham. Now we do have a gingham background stamp, so you can make all of your own gingham. It's a little fatter, but it's still really cute. So I just figured, you know what, I am gonna use up my gingham DSP today in just showing you how many fast cards you can make. And but you could actually make your own gingham. So here's our little distinctive grape. Oh, I need my fresh fig. There it is. Okay, good. Whew, I wasn't sure if I'd gotten it out. So this is, again, fresh fig. Thanks, Michelle. I'm glad you like it. I've made a whole bunch. I've already made a ton. You're probably just coming in, so I'll just show you. I have this one and one more to do. We made that one. You saw that one, I think. I think that's the one I just did. This little avocado one. Isn't it cute? I really like that one. This one's my favorite one, though. The tomatoes. The tomatoes and the peas. The tomatoes and the peas are my favorite. You can just put these together super, super fast. So we will move this so I can put that there. And I'm just inking up the whole thing. If I wanted to, I could take some green and make my leaf, green, but I don't want to. I'm going to just leave it fresh figgy. It looks fine. And that way you just stamp. You don't have to do a whole lot to your, this would be a really great stamp, any of these distinctive ones, to do a class with somebody who isn't real comfortable yet with stamping, because they're going to just be thrilled at what a great image they can get with just that one color. So I'm not going to put that away because I'm going to use it. So I've already cut to match this label. These labels are the Stitched So Sweet. Stitched So Sweetly dies, and I love them because they are all stitched, lots of different shapes, but these scalloped rectangles are the best. You can get, there's just so many sizes of them, so they work really good. All right, I took my bike ride yesterday, and I was glad to get out on it because I haven't been able to ride the bike regularly for I don't know how many days. So maybe, Michelle, our wind has finally gone. I hope so, because it doesn't even have to be gone, but just at least not all the time. My goodness, that wind has been so annoying. When I was out there, I saw a boy. He was probably about let's see, I think he's probably about 8 or maybe not even that old, maybe 7. And he had, I assume it was his sister's baton, regular sized baton. Because I was thinking, it's probably not his mom's baton, because that would be from her glory days, and she, might not want to let her son play with her baton. Maybe not. Maybe she could care less. I had a baton, and I don't have my baton, and I never used it because I never was a cheerleader or anything, so I have I don't know what happened to it. It becomes a weapon with kids. So anyway, he was trying to twirl it. It was so cute. He was in his front yard, and he was trying to twirl it and tossing it up in the air to twirl it, and it was really cute. And I was thinking, you know what? That's one of the things I remember practicing and never could do it. That's one of the things I wanted to do when I was a kid, is to learn how to twirl with your fingers, Ooh, look at that. I got a big bunch of fresh fig on my finger. Somehow. I don't know how, but I did. Anyway, so we're going to put, this is that, again, these are the Tasteful labels. I love this circle one. This is one of my all-time favorites, I think. Wishing you health and happiness. This is a great set right now for our COVID time. It has all kinds of great things we can do. Let's see. You can ride together soon? Yeah, that'd be great, Michelle. Good. He's fixing your bike. That's awesome. Were you a cheerleader? Because when I came home and I said to Jeff, I told him about it's been nice on my bike to see so many people out, a lot of families out walking, riding their bikes with their kids that I never saw before. So I don't know if it's just because they're home or because this has made people realize, you know what, we won't have these days with our kids forever, so maybe we shouldn't just waste them. So it's been good to see that. I'm very happy about that. And seeing that kid out in his yard twirling the baton just reminded me of the many, many afternoons that I practiced and never learned how to twirl a baton. Never, never, never. And but it was good exercise trying to toss something up and catch it. It's even if a child never learns how to do anything, the practicing is the good part, right? So I came home and I said, Jeff, what did you want to do as a child that you never did get to do? You never did it, And I never learned how to toss a baton. I never also twirled the basketball like a Meadowlark Lemon. I always wanted to be able to twirl the basketball on my finger like Meadowlark Lemon could too. Never did that either. And he said the thing that he wanted to do that he probably never, and they never did, and he might now never do it. It's like not that big a deal to him now, is surf. He always wanted to surf, and he never did get a chance to surf. Oh, well, too bad. It'll be fine. And he said, well, I might do it someday. We'll see. And he said, what made you think of that? And so this is Label Me Lovely. This coordinates with our Layered with Kindness and Label Me Fancy and Tags in Bloom. This has so many different things with it that, and this punch actually is a good size. I like this one because it goes with rectangles, it goes with squares, it goes with circles. So anyway, that's one of my favorites. He said, why did you think, I told him about the baton twirler. That's why I was thinking about what, you know, asking him that. And yeah, you're never too old. I know, but I said, yeah, you could learn how to surf. It would be fine, but yeah, I don't want you to get hurt. He said, oh, I won't get hurt. But I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know. I've seen some of those surfers, they get hurt, so I don't know. We'll see. But he might try it sometime. They do give lessons, and we like to vacation there, so who knows. Anyway, so he said, what made you think of that? And I told him about the baton guy, and he said, oh, well, I'm glad you never did learn how to do the baton, because he said, I don't know, some of the girls, and I said, what do you mean? I know some girls who are really nice girls, baton twirlers, are perfectly fine. And then he had to walk it back. He said, no, I guess what I mean isn't so much that it's not the girls who twirl the batons. It's not them that are the problem. It's their mothers. I have known, and then he went on. It was pretty funny. All right, so that one is done, and we're almost done. One more. This is the last one. I've got that See a Silhouette DSP on this. So DSP, when it's a good one that you like, is the most wonderful time saver for card making. You can just make all kinds of spectacular little cards. I think I lost my, oh well, we're not going to worry about it. Without a lot of fuss. A simple stamp, your DSP, and you're good. So we'll use the little pomegranate. I took the DSP and just cut it and glued it straight on here, and an extra strip of pretty peacock cardstock that I just stuck there because I didn't want the bulk of a ribbon, because I'm just trying to show you some really quick ways to stamp up your cards. And this is Melon Mambo. So I love the way this pomegranate one stamps up. I'm gonna do a little sample here on the side just to make sure. See, I did that because I wasn't sure how thick the ink was gonna be, and some of my pads are getting just a tiny bit dried out. So Michelle, if you're able to hang in here with me, I'm going to do some inking up of my pads. There we go. Beautiful. I love that distinctive stamp. It just is so cute. Oops, I need this for the sentiment. Don't put that away in. Look at the detail of those little seeds. So cute. I have nothing but time. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, today would not be a good bike riding day. So tell me when Josh gets your bike in order and we'll go. Because I have another friend too who said that she would like to do it, and it would be encouraging for her to know that yes, indeed, I am ready to go to do it. So line up your words again so that you have a straight edge with your bottom of your block. So it's going to be pretty straight. These cling ones are a little trickier to do. And then my block, I'm lining up with the edge of my card. Oops, I touched it with my sticky finger though, and sort of totally messed that up. There we go. So now my sentiment's nice and straight because I can count on my block to be straight, but I cannot count on my little labels on my stamp to be straight. I'm trying my best to get those on good, but I don't always succeed. And I did put a little tiny bit of DSP under that to give it an edge, but after I did that, I thought, I didn't really even like it, and that's why I didn't even cut any more of that out. All right, so, oh, I forgot, I have one more of these to do. What time is it? I'm good. We're getting down to the end here. I have no idea how many cards I made. I didn't count them, but I've done a ton. And in an hour, and by the time we're done, it'll be an hour and a half. All right, very cute. I do maybe like the, oh, it's a little smaller too. I use the smaller label. All right, so that's that. And the last one, I wanted your opinion. So I'm glad someone is on here to give me an opinion. I stamped the peppers. This is from the Garden Goodness. Okay, love it. And I'm going to show you how I did this on it because, again, this is the photopolymer one, so this technique is easier to use on it because you can see what you're doing. But I only had one piece of Poppy Parade DSP left, and it's these dots, and I really wanted something else. So should I stick with this or go with my Mango Melody backing? This is a green. This is like an old wasabi green, I think. So should I stick, if I do use Mango Melody, I'm going to have yellow and green peppers. You know, so it's your choice. Am I going with the Poppy Parade or am I going with Mango Melody? I'll let you choose. This is the viewer's choice now. Okay, but you have to choose fairly quickly because otherwise I will have to choose for you and go on. Can't wait forever. But it's sort of like the mystery reading. You know, I'm gonna choose your ending. You get to, we'll tell you the story, and you get to choose the ending. Okay, you like the yellow and green. Awesome, that's what we're going with. So I already glued my DSP on there, but I'm gonna stick with the gingham. I really like the gingham. I cut this DSP just a tad bigger so that it could cover up that Poppy Parade in case the Poppy Parade was voted down. All right, so we've covered, oops, I've got it right there though. I don't want to see any of you. Ah, there we go. All right, so it's pretty, doesn't leave me much of a green border, but I'm good with that. All right, so we've got that piece already cut, and now we will do the peppers. And I really like the peppers. They are so cute. I'll have to get out my Mango Melody. We're going to start with the Mango Melody, I think, because I don't want any red in with my yellow. I could get some yellow or red into my, or yellow into my red, and it wouldn't be quite so horrible, but I definitely don't want any red in my yellow. So I've got Poppy Parade on one side. We'll do I want, oh, maybe I don't want red and yellow. Let's do we want green, right? I gotta stick with the colors I've got. What am I thinking? Okay, so we'll go with green, but we're still gonna start with yellow. All right, so we're gonna do a yellow pepper first, right here on the side. Let me make sure it's inking up properly. Oh, it's pretty pale. Oh, I don't know. I might have to. Whew, you're a pretty pale yellow. What else have we got here? We've got Daffodil Delight. That's no good. You weren't interested in the stamp set? Yeah, I know. This is one I think almost no one was interested in, which is sad. it's a good summery one. That's much brighter. We'll go with, it doesn't quite match. Maybe we'll do both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it first in my, the Pineapple Punch, which is retiring. And then I'm going to just dab it a little bit in here just to give it a little more darkness. I don't think the Pineapple Punch is going to mess up my ink too much. There we go. And then it's a little darker than it would be, so it's not quite so off. And then we'll just stick with the Pineapple Punch for this because I need to be able to blend it a little bit with my finger. It's a good summery one, and it's a good masculine one without it being so overtly guy. You know what I mean? You could do this with kids. You could do it for a guy, and it's not, you know, the car, the boat, the train, you know. All right, so I'm going to go yellow first. So we're going to go half. Let me show you half, whatever one color is, and then half of the other. And then I'm just going to use my finger and kind of mesh those together, and we will see what happens. Because until I stamp it, I don't really know. Woohoo! There you go. I didn't really get enough yellow there. I'm going to take my finger that still has ink on it. I'm going to just kind of stick that in there. There we go. And then I get a little of my yellow and green mixture right in that spot that didn't quite stamp. Okay, now when I used the red and the green, you can see I had that brown, which I didn't really like too much, but peppers do that. If you leave them on the vine for a very long time, and as they age, they turn that red or yellow or purple or whatever color. So I wasn't too dissatisfied with it, but I think I like that. I think I like that yellow and green better. And it did kind of blend. And if you didn't think it blended well enough, you could always use a pen or your little sponge and just sponge a little bit more there to get it to blend a bit more. But I'm going to call that good. And then we've got good luck, good health, and happiness. Again, great stamp set, I think, for the times that we are in. So I'm going to use this one, I think, quite a bit, maybe during the summer. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and then the little, I don't know if anybody's used it. I bet, it seems like Erica uses every stamp set that we have, so I bet she did it sometime. I know she did the avocado, but to tell you the truth, the avocado was the one that's the most difficult to use. The little peas and the tomatoes are the easiest to use. They're super cute, which might be why she used the avocado. I remember when she did it, she said that one of her friends hated the stamp set, and that's why she had chosen to do it, I think, that day, to just show her that you could use the avocados and it would be cute. And I forget what she made with them, but it was really cute, whatever she did. But the little, stems, they just fit in there so perfect, right? Isn't that cute? So I really like it. It's a good one. And then we'll just put our little dimensionals. Oops, no, we want to glue this first onto this green. So we'll glue it on here first. And there we go. And now I can put my dimensionals on the back, and we will be about done. All right, so what did you, Michelle, what did you want to do when you were a kid that you never did get to do, and that now you might never do, and you're not that upset about it? I mean, I know people have these bucket lists and all that, but for me, it's like, well, the kinds of things that I really want to do is that I don't get to. Maybe it was a good thing that I didn't. And if it was something that you really did want to do, you will. You'll do it. It'll happen, you know, unless it's something that's physically challenging. That we've known, there was a lady who really wanted to skydive, and she didn't do it until she was, I don't know, pretty old. And I know, you know, George Bush, the old George Bush, he did it when he was, but he was in the Air Force, and you know, he did it when he had like his 70-something birthday, and he did it. So I saw it being done one time, and it's pretty safe now the way they've done it. Okay, so these are all the cards I did today in less than an hour and a half. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that one's out. 6, and the avocado, and the kiwi. That's the P. There's the kiwi. 7. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards. And they're all different. Aren't they cute? All right, so it can be done. I am going to, I think, oh, you had to back out and come back. Uh-oh. All right, so I am going to do I'm going to do the re-inking thing here really quick. All right, so here's Poppy Parade. I do need that one to be done. Here's my new inker. And I'm going to put the camera down so you can see it a little better, hopefully. And I start with, you know, pretty good amount of ink all over it. If it's lighter in color in the middle like mine is, then that means you're definitely needing ink. So it's gonna eat up a bunch. And you can just use the tip of your inker bottle to kind of work it in. But you can see it's pretty thirsty. It's taking it in. I've had ones that are not that thirsty. And then I do have to work them in. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because I think I have a pretty dry one. That one I can't let get too dry because I use it a lot. This one is Early Espresso, and that one, it's been sucking up. I've already re-inked it a lot, but it wouldn't hurt to shake it. I guess I shouldn't have the lid off, just in case. If you're like me, you're keeping your inkers around a fairly long time. So if you have them around a long time, they should not be separating color or anything. But just to be on the safe side, if it's been sitting around, you might want to shake it a bit. And then for this one, since I have already inked it up, and it should be pretty, it shouldn't need any more. I'm not going to put a ton. And you can see this one's kind of beating up. It's not accepting it as fast. That's because I've got a lot of ink in there. But it's still sucking it up. So just put a, I do put, when I'm first starting one that's super dry, I'm gonna just go dot, dot, dot all around the edges, because it's probably going to be drier around your edges than in your center. But I'm definitely putting more ink into the center, because that's where you're stamping. When you put your rubber stamp down onto the pad, more of the stamp is probably in the center of this inking well, if you want to call the pad a well, than on the edge. Now this one, you know, it should be pretty thoroughly inked, because I have, like I said, I have already inked this one up. This is an old case, so I've had this one for who knows how long. All right, now to see what happened with it, I want to use a rubber stamp. I don't want to use a photopolymer one, so we'll use this grape one, okay? And we'll test it out and see what's going on with it. Because I can actually kind of put my ink down in there more too with the stamp. I want to work it in there. We'll see what happens. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Now let's remove my tag because I want to see this up here. Yeah, that's going pretty good now. I think I finally have my early espresso inked up enough. Let me clean this off because I want to test out that Poppy Parade. I'm going to do this re-inking thing again at another time because I still want to show you how to do your marker. And I need to re-ink my marker. I want to do it in a separate video. So, all right, you can see how there's a lot of lighter color, right? And we really want this whole pad to have one hue. It shouldn't have various hues. So let's make sure I'm not getting any early espresso in there. That would be deadly to my cute little Poppy Parade. Hi, Andy. How are you? It's nice to see you. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Andy. I am gonna do it again. I need to do it as a separate one, and I was gonna just stop the video and start again, but then I forgot. Oh, I can't do that because I've got to download and everything. It takes forever, and I can't just start and stop again. And my camera's probably running out of battery juice here pretty soon. So I'm gonna just try to use my stamp to ink it up, you know, to push that ink in there. But you can see there's definitely, it's looking pretty juicy though. I don't want to get too much on here. If you get too much, then you've got a big mess every time you try to ink up a stamp, right? And you don't want to waste your ink either. Okay. Let's try to even you out in there. But I have waited when it's too late, you know what I mean? It's not too late, but it's like super dry. And I've almost used a whole bottle on inking up my pads before. So it's possible. You can do it. Now you can see the color's more even. It should be better. And I'm going to clean this off so we can see what it's going to stamp like. That was a lot of ink on that stamp, though. All right, let's see. Voila, very good. Now, the other word of caution, it's going to be dark. The more your ink is used, the lighter your image is, and you get used to that. Whatever it is you've got, you get used to it. So when you ink up your pads, make sure that you test it a lot to see, okay, how is this stamping now? Because, you know, you've gotten those ink pads that are brand new, brand spanking new, and you go to stick a stamp in it to do a card, and and then you stamp with it, and it's like so juicy, it just gets stuff all over the place. It's really awful and everything. I am very inky. All right, I'm checking my notes here really quick to see if there was anything I needed to tell you, and I don't see anything. That's awesome. All right, so you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope the rain stops. I'd like to go out on a bike ride today when there's no wind. I like to get out there, and if it's not raining, but otherwise I'm not. We have our new catalog is going to be available very soon. And I think next week it's not yet, so I probably will do another stamp that is in our current catalog next week. So check in and see what I'm doing. I'm trying to get all the ones that I haven't gotten to yet, and this is one of the last ones that I haven't gotten to, and I really liked using it. It was really fun. So Slice of Happiness and garden goodness. Okay, there you go. You guys have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you later. Bye.